The fan midway here at Ford Championship Weekend was pretty spectacular. They had a unique match race featuring Ford drivers, Matt Kenseth, Ricky Rudd, and Kurt Busch out there. BP was MC.
Oh, look out, we're in trouble!
Yeah, how did you save that?
Oh, look, steer to the right.
There we go. Good job. Good job. Catch those guys.
This thing drives better than my car on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, we're going somewhere now. All right, man.
Where are you going now?
You're tough on this man's equipment. He can drive it thing.
Hey, second, man, congratulations.
That close.
That close to the victory, huh?
Yeah, well, last time we were in Homestead, we won.
Another victory here for Kurt, the defending winner of the Ford 400.
BP.
What?
2 out of those 3 guys are now out. I hope this isn't a curse of Benny.
Oh, man, that's
here.
right.
Well, speaking of Matt Kenseth, Bill Weber's with him.
Well, the race and the season is over for you. It's certainly not the way you wanted it to end. What happened?
Something just broke an engine, so this is it's a kind of a sour note to end here. I didn't even know we won a championship. It's kind of hard to sit around for 3 hours and wait for the celebration to start, but it's real disappointing. We blew an engine last year, the last race of the year too, and I don't know what broke. It sure didn't have very many miles on it, and it took something, piston or a rod or something out of it, and just started shaking and blew up. So I'm real thankful that the motor department did a good job for us as far as reliability all year. Second failure we had this year, I wish we could get that down to 0, but a lot of my teammates had a lot of trouble that we've been lucky enough to avoid all year.
Were you trying to push it a little bit today, Matt, in the engine room?
Not really. I mean, you know, they had some different pistons in it. They thought were just, 3 or 4 horsepower better. I certainly took the risk for that little bit of horsepower if I thought there was a reliability issue. But we ran the same gear that all my teammates ran. Where the last month and a half we've been running less just for reliability's sake. But if it only made it 30 laps, it wasn't going to make it no matter what gear we had in it.
All right, we'll see you after the race.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, that's a tough part for Matt. The official championship presentation is after the checkered flag.
That's right.
That happened a couple years back when one of Dale Jr.'s Busch Series championships. He lost the engine in the race and had to wait around until the end of the day and then get the big trophy.
If Kenseth could go get on the airplane now, he could be home by the time this race is over.
I think he'll wait to get
I
the
think
trophy.
he will too.
Jimmy Spencer, fuel only on his pit stop. Bill Elliott, fuel only. They are the top 2. Spencer 11th, Elliott 12th before the pit stops. Jimmy Johnson, Johnny Benson, Rusty Wallace, the rest of the top 5, followed by Michael Waltrip, Sterling Marlin, Jamie McMurray, Joe Nemechek, and Jeff Gordon.
All right, we're about to see how this tire thing's going to work now for the rest of the race, BC. All right. We're going to see if the 7 car made the right move, and if he's still fast and he stays up front or stays towards the front, a lot of these guys may take 2 next time only.
Johnny Benson by Jimmy Johnson for 3rd.
Man, they make it look so easy coming off turn 2. Here comes Michael Waltrip looking on the inside of Rusty Wallace.
It's Jeremy Mayfield with a little 3-wide look, a little farther back.
It's their pole sitter, Jamie McMurray in a 42 car.
Whoa, that was close.
Back in the 8th position. Rusty Wallace going by. All of a sudden, Johnson's car coming to pits. Must have a flat.
Left front? Does that left front look funny?
Dave?
Yeah, they talked about changing left side tires, so it's one of the 2 left sides they know is down. Jimmy even asked, are you sure? He said, bring it in.
Hey, did he and Rusty bounce off each other there?
It was close. I thought I saw some tire smoke coming off turn 2.
So Jimmy Johnson in trouble, and this the driver, 2nd in the championship coming into the race. So 2nd has had trouble, 4th has had trouble. You got 3rd place Dale Earnhardt Jr. and 5th place Jeff Gordon. Now standing to perhaps pick up a chunk of change at the end of the day.
Jimmy Johnson only changes left sides, but he has to adhere to a 45-mile-per-hour speed limit down pit road, which is assures him of being left before he can get the car back up to speed.
But he will be the lucky dog for a while. Next car down is John Andretti, 6 laps down.
Well, Jimmy Spencer and Bill Elliott taking fuel only on their stops, Matt.
Polling a number of crew chiefs this morning, Alan, they were concerned about the heat in the tires, but Tommy Baldwin, no tires on your stop for track position. Are you concerned at all about the heat in the tires today?
No, not really. The winner of yesterday's race had 104 laps on his tires at one time. He held his ground. Basically want to just keep it in track position, keep the car in clean air. We'll probably get passed by a couple of cars here, but we'll take our lumps. And I'd like to say hi to Frank and the guys over in Iraq. They made a couple of hats for us to wear, and thanks for keeping everybody safe in the United States.
Johnny Benson.
Here he comes in the Pontiac. As you talked about earlier, the last race for Pontiac sponsored cars goes to the front.
New leader. Johnny Benson started 21st at lap 39. He's going to be out in front. Now Bill Elliott on Jimmy Spencer for second. Elliott, winner last Sunday, Rockingham, North Carolina. His 44th NASCAR Winston Cup Series win. Is this the end of Bill Elliott's full-time NASCAR Winston Cup Series campaigning? A lot of rumors. Elliott says he won't address it till the season's over. Jeremy Mayfield, his teammate, sliding by Sterling Marlin, the 19 car up to 9th.
Jimmy Spencer's car that time, BP, looked like it was a little bit tight. He was pushing a little bit. He got full fuel load in that car with the tires. What do they have, about 30 laps on them, Alan?
Yeah, pit stops are at lap 30.
So,
you talking about Spencer?
Yeah, Jimmy Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer stopped. He hasn't stopped yet, so 40 laps.
40 laps with the fuel, full fuel load.
He hasn't stopped for tires, let me clarify. He did take on fuel. How about Sterling Marlin, Matt? He gained a bunch of ground on his pit stop.
Certainly did. Alan took on 2 tires for track position on that stop, but also to help tighten that race car up. He was fighting a very loose condition. They also made an air pressure adjustment while his teammate, the pole sitter, Jamie McMurray, his car still tight. He radioed crew chief Donnie Wingo, said the car is really tight. Wingo said 10-4 on the time. He goes, no, it is really tight still.
All right, so Jamie McMurray, the pole sitter, backsliding now to 12th position here at lap 43. Todd Bodine working on him. We mentioned Sterling Marlin. He was 19th before the pit stop. Came off the pit lane in 6th position, but he's lost a couple of spots since then. He's now back to 10th. Johnny Benson out in front. He led 8 laps the entire season prior to today. He leads the Ford 400 after 42 of 267 laps.
Is brought to you by Ford and the next F-150, the only truck tough enough to be the official truck of NASCAR. By Stacker 2, the world's strongest fat burner.
He's coming back.
By the United States Army, an army of one. And by Napa Auto Parts. Napa, get the good stuff.
Homestead-Miami Speedway with a new leader in the Ford 400. Bill Elliott has just gone around Johnny Benson. Johnny kind of pulled down off turn 4 a lap ago and said, go on, you have it.
But Johnny hasn't lost too much ground on him since the pass. Bill Elliott got him up on the high side, had the momentum. Like you said, Johnny just kind of gave him the clean pass, pull behind him, and stay there.
Bill Elliott started 20th today. Has worked his way all the way to the front.
And you were talking about the tire thing. I guess we're seeing taking no tires if your car's pretty well balanced is going to be okay today because Elliott got no tires on his pit stop. Bill?
Alan, Johnny Benson just came across the radio and said I could see he was going to run harder than I am, so I let him go.
Comes Rusty Wallace trying to get by Michael Waltrip for 3rd position.
Mikey needing a good finish here today. He's really had some struggles the last 8 weeks in that 15 car. He was in the top 10 of the championship standings through the first 27 weeks of the season, BP. But a wreck at Bristol in August kind of started to slide. They've had 7 finishes of 32nd or worse since Bristol at the end of August.
They've been in some accidents. They've also had some engine situations. And in the middle, I think a win and a 5th place finish.
Yeah.
So when they finish, they run well, but they finish well, but you got to be there at the end.
Go figure. Hey, the NASCAR Big Apple Sweepstakes we've been talking about around the leader at lap 50 for the last couple of months now. Well, it's over, and we've picked a winner. Congratulations to T.J. Simmons of Peabody, Massachusetts. He is a 14-year veteran of the Danvers, Massachusetts Police Department, and he's going to have to skip his 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. shift on December 5th to come to New York City.
Oh, TJ, I know you'll hate that.
He's going to be a special correspondent at December's Winston Cup Award ceremony. Congratulations to T.J. Timmons of Peabody, Massachusetts. We appreciate everyone's participation. Rusty Wallace and Michael Waltrip locked up here for 3rd spot as we close in on 100 miles of today's Ford 400. 7 leaders, 8 lead changes so far today already, and 2 caution flags. A 3-car wreck off turn 2 at lap 5. Kevin Harvick getting up into Ryan Newman and Kurt Busch. And then Matt Kenseth, the Winston Cup champion, lost his engine at lap 30 and brought out the caution flag.
The leading Ford in today's race so far is the 16 of Greg Biffle, who's back in the 6th position, but they better make that 7th as Jeremy Mayfield, 19 car, tries to go by, probably will down in 1 and 2.
Looks like the 16 car is a little bit tight. He gets in the corner, he slides up the racetrack right in the center.
Well, he actually, sorry to interrupt you, he called in, said he was a little bit free, but he likes it like that.
Oh, really?
Kevin Harvick moving back up through the field. He's in 10th position now. As we check out the race for 2nd through 6th in the championship. Jimmy Johnson with the flat tire a minute ago. Ryan Newman off in the garage area after the crash damage. So you see right now Dale Earnhardt Jr. would move up to 2nd in the championship standings. And again, the difference between 2nd and 6th is just about $1 million.
Well, to me and you, that's a lot of money.
Sure is. I think it is to them, too.
Yeah, I think it is, too.
See Rusty Wallace by Michael Waltrip to pick up 3rd position. Marty, Kevin Harvick doesn't appear to be any the worse for wear after the accident back at lap 5.
Yeah, remember, Alan, they fell back as far as 38. Kevin has not said a word on this green flag run unless you think it was a pit call, maybe taking 2 tires. They did take 4 on that last stop. The car very good. They have raced their way from 38th to 10th. Pretty impressive.
Harvick there, the red, white, and blue 54. Todd Bodine, 34th is where he started, and he's in 9th now. So nice drive there for Todd Bodine. A team that still doesn't know what its sponsorship picture is for next season. Wendy's race menu. Still got a little bit more business to do after today's season-ending race. It's the handing out of all the hardware and all the checks. The NASCAR Winston Cup Award ceremony from New York. It's TNT Friday, December 5th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope you'll join us for that.
And that's where Matt Kenseth will pick up, what, $4.5 million or something like that?
Yeah.
Wow, staggering. Back in 1973 when I won a championship, I think it was about $70,000.
Really?
Yeah, little difference.
Bill Elliott is the leader of the Ford 400 as we close in on the 100-mile mark through the field when we come back to the Homestead-Miami Speedway.